Hey guys, I'm on Kiwa again. I'm just come out here today to make a decision about this boat because I've now got this in a Salt House 25. I've moved puddle jumper on. Someone's on my mooring, which is great. And I tried to sell this and no one was biting. And it was down to $2,000, which is a crying shame for this boat because it really is a nice boat. So I thought what I'll do today is I'll come out, I have a good look over it. I bought some diesel because it occurred to me, the engine's turning over, and it occurred to me, shit, might just be out of diesel. You don't think of those things, though you should. So I'm going to find the diesel tank today, top it up, and just make sure it's got diesel. Try it over, and then I might take the battery home and charge it. I'm just going to have a look over and have a really good think about, like, is it the right boat for me? Do I keep it? Is it too much work? How does the Salt House 25 fit into that? Because I really like that as well. But also really like this. Hey, maybe I just keep both. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to keep both. In fact, maybe I probably just will. But anyway, I'd like to have a muck around with the engine. I took the cocker out last time I was here. It's funny, of all the people that rang and texted and that, no one actually come out and looked at it. But to be fair, I didn't have a dinghy here, and that makes it tricky because a lot of first boat buyers don't have a dinghy. And if I do go forward, it's a question of how. If I get the motor going great, I want to look at the outboard bracket, see if that is strong enough to take my 6 horse. If it is, then I know I can move it. The mast has still got a problem. So, but let's have a look at that. I was thinking, I've been giving this quite a lot of thought in my spare time, which I haven't had a whole lot of. But so, if you follow me, or if you've been following me on Trade Me, last time I was here I identified there's rot in the mast, and I'll show you where it is. There is at the bottom, and I wondered if the rest of it is okay. It might just be a matter of dropping it, cutting that out and putting a new section in, and then I can keep all the old rigging, which would be great. I did a little bit of scrubbing on that tank, just a little bit light, like 2 minutes worth. Look how much it came up with. This is a really solid, beautiful little boat, but it's also a big boat. It's a funny thing, like it's got the cabin of a little boat, but really, when you stand here and look at the damn thing, it's quite beamy actually there. It's beautiful though. Yeah, you can probably tell I'm always already leaning towards keeping it. But hey, I always am. But hey, I've also got to then decide how I deal with it from here. So it's dirty underneath, the motor's not going, and I can't sail. What the hell do you do? So hopefully, if I can figure out this video, I'm making this as much for me as I am for you, because when I get home I can have a good look at it. This outboard bracket made me a little bit nervous last time. Look at the thing. Is that strong enough to take... See, look at that. Doesn't fill me with confidence, that does. I might try and in a minute actually hold on to this and put my weight on it, because if it can hold my weight, then it'll hold the weight of a 6 horse. If I can get the motor on, then I can theoretically motor over to the tidal grid. See that jetty over there? There's a tidal grid there, an unofficial one. I can't go to the boat club. I'm sure this is a problem everywhere. You need insurance to get up there. You need to be a member of the club. You need a survey to get insurance. Who the hell's going to survey this like this? So it's just like, what do you do? And I guess that's partly why boats like this are so cheap. It's because it's a problem right from the get-go. And this has got the problem of the mast, it's got the problem of the motor. Although the motor I might be able to resolve today, who knows? Get some diesel in it, bleed it, who knows, it might start. And if it doesn't, I'm going to take the batteries home, give them a good charge, and then see if I can start it. But even if it goes, it's not that big a help. It's psychologically great, hey yahoo, the motor's going, but still doesn't get me over there because the propeller's too foul. I've been for a bit of a swim and a bit of a scrape, and I got some off. But with the tide in that here, I didn't get enough off. And also the water is quite not clear. So, and this straw is 1.8. So it all gets a bit tricky. But that doesn't mean it's not resolvable. It's just hard. And sometimes things are just hard, and sometimes hard things are worth it. My feeling is, the one thing I haven't liked about this boat is when I'm in here, I feel like it's too closed. But now that I'm here, see, it's relative. It's what other boats you've been on, and I haven't been on a boat for 3 or 4 weeks. So I get here, I'm like, oh, it feels big. What the hell was I thinking about? The poison is if you get on another boat. You get on another boat that's bigger, and you're like, oh, and then you go back to this one that's small. It's all relative, isn't it? So if I can avoid that, if I can stay on, not go on a bigger boat, and then this feels like a kingdom, which is cool. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. It's all kind of exciting, really. I've got a lot of other stuff going on at the moment, so this hasn't been a priority. I'm here now, and I'm here for a few hours, and I've got today, so I'll do what I can today, and then take it from there. And the salt house is on Kiwa. It's a lovely boat called Autumn. It poses a problem also. I've got to get that back. Hey, one thing that has been occurring to me is maybe it's worth buying a little speedboat with a motor. I could come and get this. I could tow it over there, get this cleaned. I could go to the Kiwa. I could get that boat. There's a little 3.5 metre speedboat with a 15 horse. Wouldn't that just make everything possible, you know? But on the other hand, is it just throwing money away? Because I got down here before, I thought, shit, I should just say to someone with one of these powerboats, like that guy there fishing, I said, hey, I'll give you $100, man, if you tow me across to the tidal grid. The beginning of the problem is solved. Well, not really, because I won't then know if I can motor it, because really need to get the 6 horse on the back. And then I'll push it, and I can steer it over the tidal grid out. It's far better to go there your own steam, because then you know you can get back. But also the other thing is, once I get on there, I don't really want to come back to the poles. So I might do that when I've got a couple of days up my sleeve, and then I can go up the river. We're up like 10 kilometres up quite a tidal river that runs at like 3 or 4 knots. It's really swift. So that's a problem also, but it's also potentially an advantage. Problem was with going a current, you don't have much steerage. I'm getting hungry and eat some sushi. But anyway, I'm back on Kiwa. It's not over yet. Isn't it? Feels wonderfully dry in here. You know, people rattle on about how little a fiberglass maintenance there is in a fiberglass boat as opposed to a wood boat. That shit's gone out the window now because what's happened is everything's a problem. Like your rig's a problem, your motor's a problem, your boat's a problem. When they were newer, those other things weren't, but all those things are, and they're always much a problem. And so a fiberglass boat, yeah, you can clean it up, but you still got that other things, and those other things are expensive. So fiberglass boats, if they've got a crap motor and a crap rig, they're as terminal as any other boat, really. And they're expensive to paint and row up. Though I do like fiberglass. It stands up to neglect the best, there's no doubt about that. But this is all tidy and really dry, and I'll have a muck around and just see how I feel. And but I'm happy to be here. It feels good to be here, and I feel really good that I haven't sold it, actually. That tells you something, doesn't it? And we'll see. One of the things with the salt house, I've had one of those before, and I remember sailing it. I love the look of them, but I didn't like sailing that much. Hey, one thing about this boat, check this out. It's got so much good gear on it. It's got a windlass. You know, like, and I think you just, look, it goes. You push this button, that thing up there turns. How cool would that be for putting in the anchor? Man, this would clean up mean. You know, and I do like the wheel steering, and I could just imagine steering this boat and having a ball on it, really. Oh look, there's the guys that do the moorings. Isn't that a mean looking contraption? Anyway, it won't bore you to death. Probably already have. We'll enjoy my time here, and we'll see what happens. See what happens in the next instalment. I really don't know. Yeah, maybe I won't even speculate. Let's just see. Doesn't that look lovely in there? See you guys. Hope you're all well and having a nice life. Bye bye.